Wow! Crazy! Taehyung's dance at BTS's Chicago Day 1 concert made the stadium roar. ARMY went wild. Hello ARMY all around the world, and welcome back to BTS fans. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to BTS fans, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest stories, moments, and updates about BTS and all 7 members. ARMY. Chicago just witnessed an absolutely incredible night. Day 1 of BTS's Chicago concert was already expected to be a massive celebration. Thousands of ARMY gathered. The stadium was filled with lights. Cheers could be heard from every direction. Purple light sticks filled the venue, creating a sea of light that seemed endless. But when Taehyung appeared on stage and began showing his dance performance, the atmosphere suddenly transformed into something much more intense. And one of the moments that immediately caught everyone's attention was when Taehyung began showcasing his dance skills. Wow! Crazy! It is almost impossible to describe the energy that appeared in that moment. Because Taehyung wasn't simply dancing. He completely immersed himself in the music. Every movement seemed to follow the beat. Every change in his expression made the performance even more powerful. And ARMY's reaction? Absolutely incredible. The entire stadium was roaring. Chicago transformed into a sea of purple. Even before BTS appeared on stage, the energy in Chicago was already enormous. ARMY came with one goal: to see BTS back on stage and experience the energy of the group that has accompanied them throughout so many years. When the stadium lights began to dim, the screams grew louder. Thousands of light sticks began to shine. Then the intro music started. Within seconds, the entire stadium seemed to transform into another world. And when BTS finally appeared, ARMY's screams immediately filled the venue. But when the camera focused on Taehyung, the reaction became even louder. Taehyung stood on stage with an incredible level of confidence. He didn't need to do much. His presence alone was enough to capture everyone's attention. But that night, Taehyung wasn't there only to showcase his visuals and vocals. He also showed another side of himself as a performer, reminding everyone why his stage presence continues to attract so much attention. And everything became even more intense when the dance section began. When the music started taking over. There is something different about watching a performer who genuinely enjoys being on stage. The movements no longer feel like simple choreography. Everything feels more natural, more alive, more expressive. And that is exactly what could be seen from Taehyung in Chicago. When the beat became stronger, Taehyung immediately brought a different kind of energy. His movements looked powerful. Yet they still carried his own distinctive character. He didn't rush. He allowed every movement to follow the music. Then his expression changed along with the mood of the song. And the combination of dance, facial expressions, and stage energy made the performance even more captivating. ARMY, who were already screaming, started screaming even louder. Some fans could barely hide their excitement. Because whenever Taehyung reached a standout moment in the choreography, all eyes were truly on him. It wasn't just dance. It was a performance. One of the most interesting things about Taehyung as a performer is his ability to create an atmosphere. Dance isn't only about how fast someone moves. It is also about how a performer communicates music through movement and expression. And Taehyung has his own unique way of doing that. His movements can look powerful in one moment, then suddenly become more relaxed in the next. His expressions continue to change. Sometimes serious. Sometimes full of energy. And sometimes he gives a small smile that immediately receives a huge reaction from the audience. Those little details are what make his performance even more fascinating. Because ARMY aren't simply watching choreography. They are watching a performer who appears completely present in the moment. And Chicago responded with that same energy. The entire stadium seemed to be dancing. when Taehyung performed one of the most eye-catching parts of the choreography. The audience became even louder. Imagine thousands of people inside one stadium. Everyone looking toward the stage. Thousands of light sticks moving with the music. And every time Taehyung delivered a powerful movement, another wave of screams erupted. This is one of the incredible strengths of a BTS concert. The energy doesn't only come from the stage. The energy is reflected back by ARMY. BTS gives the performance. ARMY responds. Then that energy returns to the stage. It becomes a cycle that makes the concert feel much more alive than simply watching a regular performance. And Taehyung seemed to be enjoying every bit of that energy. Taehyung and his unique stage character. Taehyung has a stage character that is instantly recognizable. He doesn't always need to make the biggest movement to capture attention. Sometimes, simply standing there, looking into the camera, changing his expression, or making one small movement at exactly the right moment, is enough to make the audience react. That is what makes his performances so fascinating. His dancing isn't only about technique. There is character. There is style. There is expression. And there is an ability to make the choreography feel like it naturally belongs to him. During Chicago Day 1, all of those elements came together. And the result was a performance that gave ARMY plenty to talk about. Taehyung made Chicago ARMY go crazy. When the camera focused on Taehyung during BTS's Chicago Day 1 concert, the stadium immediately erupted. His powerful expressions, confident movements, and incredible stage presence captured everyone's attention. As the dance section began, Taehyung's energy became even stronger. Every movement and expression brought louder screams from ARMY. But it wasn't only about the choreography. Taehyung combined his movement, expression, and charisma to make the performance feel completely his own. Thousands of ARMY raised their phones, capturing every moment as the giant stadium screens showed Taehyung up close. And when his dance section ended, the reaction was explosive once again. Chicago Day 1 became another unforgettable night for BTS and ARMY, with Taehyung's performance standing out as one of the memorable highlights. The music ended. The lights went down. But the excitement didn't stop. ARMY continued sharing photos, videos, and reactions across social media. Wow! Crazy! Taehyung once again showed why his stage presence continues to attract so much attention. ARMY, what did you think of Taehyung's performance? Don't forget to like, subscribe to BTS fans, and turn on the notification bell for more BTS updates. BTS and ARMY, forever.